You've been majoring in minor things. You know them kind of things. Designer blind you to the finer things. Frivolous spending the shiny things. Them kind of things. When pimping was whipping them bro hands. Pimping with a particular program. It was cold, man. But them was the days of old, man. Let's go, man. Forever praising consumption, never production. How do we function? People minds overloaded with corruption. Need to go through a mental reconstruction. Had a gumption to go for some bigger shit. Be financially literate. To your potential, you oblivious. Be bigger, man. You should consider it. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimpin' you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimpin', then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay. I'm so sick of these.
Elevate, elevate, elevate. I'm in the game to elevate. You supposed to be elevating in this game. We supposed to be elevating. I thought the game was about elevation, elevation, elevation. Do you ever take a moment, even a split second, to think about your idea of elevation and how that relates to the world, what's going on currently in the world right now? Do you ever really seriously give that any thought? I'm pretty sure the answer should be no. Some people might try to pretend like they think about things like that, but 9 times out of 10, your answer is no. Because if you thought about elevation, what it means to truly elevate in life, in any realm, whether it's pimping and hoeing or anything else. If you really truly thought about what it means to elevate, you would understand that your idea of elevation is archaic. It's prehistoric. It's outdated. It's Windows 95. That's what your idea of elevation is. If it was possible, I wish you could go somewhere and find a computer and try to function off Windows 95 in today's time. That's where your idea of elevation is. As it relates to today, Windows 95, man. That's where you at. See, the reason why is because, as I've said before, while you're so busy trying to elevate, you haven't even considered evolving, evolution. Before you can have elevation, you got to have evolution. Mentally, you got to evolve with the times. Why? Because the world is evolving. Everything in the world is evolving. Everybody in the world is evolving. The only motherfuckers in the world that ain't evolving is us. You know what I mean? Black folks. And, you know, especially those of us in the game, whether you in the streets, hustling, doing whatever. Yeah, man. You know, we need to evolve, especially those of us in the lifestyle, though. Those of us in the game need to evolve the way we think. Reason why I say this is because we praise the most ridiculous stuff. We aspire to accomplish the simplest things and the same type of things that people were aspiring, the same aspirations that we got in the game right now is aspirations that people had 30, 40 years ago, before most of us was even born. And that's a problem. You know, because we stunting our growth in the game. And it's because of our outlook. Like I say all the time, how you see is how you're going to be. If you see small, you're going to be small. And the things that people were accomplishing in the game 30, 40 years ago, we shouldn't be aspiring to accomplish those same things on those same levels in those same ways in today's time, because the world is totally different. And the potential that we have now, the things that we're able to accomplish now, were impossible to accomplish back then. They didn't have the same things available to them that we have now. One of the biggest problems that we have in the game is this consumer mindset that we have. We glorify consumption, consumption, consumption. You know, status symbols are how that's our points of reference when it comes to success. Status symbols. Oh, such and such is living in this community, in this neighborhood, in this city, and they rent us $4,000 a month, or they rent us $5,000 a month. They winning. Oh, such and such is driving the 2022 Whoopty Wop. They winning. Such and such got that new bust down watch. They winning. You know, we equate success by what we see. In our minds, if you can wear it and it's expensive, then that's being successful. So that's why I say it's a consumer mindset that's the problem. Because what we should be focusing on is production. The things that you can't wear. The things that you can't walk around with on your body. That you can spend money on investing in and things like that to make it grow. That's why I say that's where the mental evolution comes in. We got to think bigger. We got to want bigger. And if we think bigger and want bigger, we're going to do bigger shit. We're going to have bigger shit. We're going to be on bigger shit. You know, the best way I could put it is like, okay, like Magic Johnson, right? Magic Johnson was the first NBA player to sign $1 million contract. But his contract was for $20 million for 20 years. $20 million for 20 years. And that time it was amazing shit. It was like, damn, Magic signed $1 million contract. He making $1 million a year. But this was over 40 years ago. Now, fast forward to today, 2022, imagine James Harden or LeBron James or anybody like that trying to sign a contract for $20 million for 20 years. That'd be crazy. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Oh man, I want to do the same thing Magic did, man. Man, that was cold back in the day, man. Remember Magic signed that contract, $20 million for 20 years? Man, I'm gonna do the same thing, man. Watch. That's crazy. Why? Because the game of basketball has evolved just like the rest of the world. So naturally, the people involved in the game of basketball, their minds, their way of thinking has evolved as well. And basketball is just one example of how the rest of the world has evolved. It's time for us in the game to evolve too and aspire to bigger and better things so we can have bigger and better things, do bigger and better things, be a blessing to more people, so on and so forth. You dig? But one thing that we need to do, or that needs to stop, is us glorifying small shit. Because anything that you can put on your body is small shit. I don't care if it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. If you can put it on your body, that's small. Because guess what? Yeah, Floyd Mayweather, he has things that he can put on his body that cost millions of dollars. But guess what? Guess how much money he got sitting up? Yeah, exactly. In comparison to what he's putting on his body, it's two different worlds from each other. Us, on the other hand, we can be broke and we don't operate by the 10 times rule where we shouldn't buy anything unless we can afford to buy it 10 times over. But so we can be broke. We can spend $50,000 on some jewelry and have $20,000 in our pocket, and us and everybody around us is going to carry that like we winning. But that's not winning. Because a crisis situation can occur, God forbid, and you're going to be up shit creek. You're not going to be able to sustain yourself. You're not going to be able to pull yourself out of that situation. You know, it's just too many things can go wrong with that consumer mindset that we praise, that we have in the game. So we should think bigger, man. Get out of the consumer mindset, get into the producer mindset, and get into the investor mindset, get into the passive income, portfolio income mindset when it comes to this game. You dig? Food for thought. Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. As always, put some of this good old love juice in your body like so. I'll holler.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up. And we'll be coming up. Really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your home so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, ho. You gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands. While these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with, bitch, and that's so Come and take a sip of